Alright, so we're getting ready to start game 2, and I'm just going to go over real quick the side cards that I'm going to be siding against this Traptrix artifact deck. I'm not going to show it to the camera because our guests might be able to see them, but hopefully we'll be able to get a quick peek at it. I'm putting in 2 debunks, the 3rd World Decree, 3 MST, and 2 DD Crows. Out of what I have in my side deck, I think that's going to be pretty decent against this deck. Crow obviously is very good against artifacts. The debunks are mostly for the hands. I'll probably end up using them for the artifacts if I have to. The 3rd Decree, just because this deck runs infinite traps, and I really need a way of dealing with those outside of, you know, trying to just sack the field and blow up with Judgment Dragon or anything like that. So hopefully we'll see a decent amount of those sides in game 2. I'm going to be taking first since I lost game 1, and we're going to see how game 2 goes. Hopefully the hand's not too bad. I know a big weakness of this deck is always, you know, your bad first hand. You can't really get your mill going. But it looks like this first hand is not bad. I opened with Raikou, both of the debunks, and Honest and Judgment Dragon. So we'll go with set Raikou and set 2 and pass. So we'll see how this opening is. It's dangerous having this back row against the ice hand. One of the advantages of the Lightsworn deck against this deck in particular is the fact that it doesn't really die to ice hand like most other decks do. There's really not a whole lot of the back row for it to eat, but it looks like he opened up pretty well. He opened up 5 back row with 1 set, probably the ice hand or fire hand. Not really sure which yet, obviously. I really don't know if I want to flip the Raikou or if I want to just sort of pass and let him deal with it on his turn. I don't think there's really too much that he can do about it on his turn. Potentially maybe Compulse or Moral Tech can only hit face up, so I'm not really worried about that. But I think I'm just going to set Gardna and pass turn and see how it goes. Looks like he may have a movement set, potentially thinking about hitting one of these back rows. It's MST for debunk, and let's see if he has the movement for the 2nd debunk, which really sucks. Looks like I'm not going to get to use any of my debunks this game, which is unfortunate with him setting Moral Tech in the back row. At least I know which one it is, so I know which one to attempt to hit. More than likely he's probably going to try and Sanctum into Bagel Tech and force the pop of Moral Tech. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully he didn't draw another monster. I really don't want him making a rank 4 push or anything this turn. Alright, looks like he's summoned into Firehand and attack over Necrogardna. He's going to pass turn, and I'm going to draw Solar Recharge for turn, which is really kind of shitty. Don't have any Lightsworns to really do anything. I've got the 2 Judgment Dragon in hands. I don't really think milling's going to do a whole lot this turn, but yeah, I'm probably just going to pass and see if hopefully he doesn't make too big of a push. I imagine he's probably just going to go ahead and deal with the Raikou. I assume that he already knows that it's Raikou by now. Going to flip Raikou, effect on his back row. I'm going to hit Bagel Tech, which is pretty good, hitting it on his turn, so I don't have to worry about him going off with that. I'm going to eat the 16. He's going to set 1 more, and I will draw Lila for turn. I have Recharge in hand, so I could potentially try and recharge. I don't think the Lila's going to walk at this point, but unfortunately, if I don't get a good draw off of this, my turn is pretty much over. Charge the Light Brigade, which is awesome. He's going to take a look at the grave. I'm going to mill 2 more with charge, and mill the Wyvern and a Decree, which sucks. Looks like I'm not really getting the best of luck this game, but fortunately I at least have Charge of the Light Brigade now and the Wyvern Engrave. So I'm probably going to go with Charge, more than likely for Lumina. Looks like I milled the Crow. Again, I mean, that's just something that happens with this deck. Sometimes you end up milling your side cards, just because most of the time you're milling everything with this deck. So it does happen, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Looks like I can deal with some of the back row now. I do have some fodder for Redox, and I have 2 different Lightsworn names in the grave, so I'm probably going to go with Lumina, see if Lumina walks. And I know that the Moral Tech is on the far right in my perspective, so probably going to go ahead and blind space, which I hate doing against this deck, but there's really not much I can do. I'm going to activate Lumina's effect. I'm going to discard Honest, and I'm going to get hit with Vanities, which is really, really unfortunate at this point. 2 JD in hand, 1 Garden Engraved. There's really not much that I can do now. Probably should have saved the MST. But, you know, that's the punishment you get for blind MSTing. Probably just going to move to end phase and see what happens with Lumina. I can't special with Wolf. That's the 3rd name engrave, so probably going to eat the 6 for that, and I'm going to have to Garden the 2nd one. Hopefully I can draw into a monster that can get around this Vanities. No. I really think that I'm sort of dead in the water here. There's really not much that I can do. I've got 1 Gardener to sort of stall me out for 1 more draw, but yeah, just preemptively using that MST was not a great idea. So I've taken 32 there. I've taken 16. You're fine. Good. I'm gonna draw for turn. All right. So I drew Lila for turn, which is great. I'm gonna normal summon the Lila. I know that he has the Moltec on the far right, so I'm gonna avoid popping that. Even if he responds to this, Vanities is gonna die. I'm gonna try and hit that back row. I'm gonna pop the Vanities. I hit Traptrix Nightmare Hole, which is great. So it looks like I can do some things this turn now. I do have the 4 Lightsworns. I could drop triple JD this turn, but I don't think I'm going to really have anything to back that up. I think I'm going to go with, to start off, banishing the Wyvern and Diabolos to trigger Blaster and special summon the Blaster. See if there's any sort of response to that. With the double Fire Hand, I don't know if these guys can miss timing. Looks like they're both optional, so I'm probably just gonna have to end up eating that. I may even Big Eye 1 just to sort of try and get some damage in. I'm gonna banish Card Trooper, and I also forgot Wyvern to add the JD back to hand. I'm gonna banish Card Trooper and Tempest out of my hand to special summon Redox. I could make Master of Blades potentially. Master of Blades is alright against this, but I'm not exactly sure what would be best. I would really like to get these Fire Hands dealt with, but I don't know if that's going to be possible at this point. He's checking the grave to see if maybe he has a response with something. Might have maybe a side deck card, a Cycle Reader or something. Call the Haunted for Bagel Tech, which is going to pop off his set card. That's fine. Looks like he was just checking for and I also forgot to activate Tempest Effect. Misplays all day. Don't have a target. Completely forgot that I sided out the Debris Dragon. Not that it's too relevant now, but I do have the 3 JDs in hand, so let's see. He hasn't taken any damage. He's got 1 card in hand, so I may just go for it here. I might even just bring out the first JD, blow up the field, and hold off on the other 2. I'm gonna activate JD's effect. I'm gonna pay 1,000. He's going to activate Fire Hand to pop JD and bring out the Ice Hand. And I think I might actually have this game because I'm going to drop the second JD, activate his effect. I'll take 2,000 more. I'm pretty low on life points at this point, but I don't think that this deck can really top deck anything against the JD. I'm going to swing for 3,000 and proceed to end phase. Okay, so I got Breakthrough Skill Engrave, which is great. He's going to go with set 2. I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to go ahead and activate JD's effect, and he's going to Sanctum. In response to JD's effect, which is really unfortunate because even if I break through the Moral Tech, I'm still going to get the pop from Sanctum. And then I'm going to activate JD's effect. So I've activated JD's effect 3 times at this point. He's going to compulse back to hand. He's taken 3k, so I'm just going to special the second JD and attack for game, and we'll proceed to game 3. We'll see how game 3 goes. Looks like I made a clutch top deck with Lila for this game. Probably going to leave all of those side deck cards in for game 3, and we will see you guys for the 3rd game of this match.